Well, on this last expedition that lasted for nearly a month, I learned quite a few things while I was in the field. I put up sound-activated recorders. Basically, I went down the road in the backside of the hot zone, and about every half a mile, I actually screwed a sound recorder, a sound-activated recorder, into the tree, and this was so that they wouldn't walk off again. Well, I did this, and what I learned was that every one of them has noises on it as if something is playing with it, checking it out, poking it, that kind of stuff. Which means there's either very, very many more of them, more of the Bigfoot that are watching the area, or they are very quick on the move, being able to almost keep up with me as I go down the dirt road in order to watch what I'm doing. Now, this is possible because, I can't travel that fast down those bumpy roads without tearing up the truck. So, I'm probably averaging about 10 to 15 miles an hour over the rough roads. So if somebody was very good at traveling cross country over the terrain, hopping logs and stuff like that, they could probably outrun the truck. Now, I've watched them move through the forest before, only for short distances, and it takes them just a little bit of time to disappear over, like, say, a 30 to 40 yard distance. They are very, very quick. So it is a possibility that they are paralleling the truck, or possibly they have scouts every so far, and they're telling each other or signaling each other somehow that Mitch is coming down the road, or there's a truck coming down the road, or something like that. They're either very, very fast runners, or they have some kind of signaling system or relay system to alert the others. So, kind of a little bit of tidbit of information that I gained off of the recorders. Another thing that I have basically observed is the differences between the White Mountain area and the hot zone area. No, they're not the same. They're quite a bit of distance apart. One thing I did notice is the structures that are built in the hot zone are teepee types and some lean-to types and so forth. But the ones that are made in the White Mountains are very much different. They seem to be either serving a different purpose or something else. The ones in the White Mountains very rarely have a lot of brush piled on the outside to make it windproof or weatherproof. And I don't know the reason for that. You would think that the White Mountains, since there's more snow in that area, they would use the pine needles and leaves and branches and stuff to basically build an igloo to stay in during the winter time, to stay out of the wind. But it's not that way. Most of them are just poles stacked together in a teepee or a lean-to formation. Whereas the structures that are being built in the hot zone area are basically used the leaves and the brushes and so forth. And I can't explain the difference. So there's a mystery right there that needs to be worked on. There's another thing that I've kind of observed, and that is the dynamics of the situation. Things change so very quickly and so very diversely that you can never count on the same things or the same places. In the hot zone area, the Forest Service or whomever, contractors or whatever, have been busy going down the sides of the main road that enter into that area and cutting the timber down. Basically, they're logging the timber on both sides of the road, and they're taking everything, and I think the whole basic idea is to use the road as a fire break. But then again, it's probably just another reason to get lumber and pulp that they weren't otherwise able to get through the normal channels. But anyway, I've been noticing that the activity level this spring was way down because of this new cutting that they're doing alongside the roads, which involves the big bulldozers and the big collectors and the grabbers that grab the trees and pull them over and load them onto the trucks and stuff like that. Plus the saws. The saws are always, the sound on those carries for long distances. So the activity level in the hot zone this spring was not what I thought it would be. Unfortunately, it was not very much at all. I had to really go in deep, far in to get any activity. And that's probably because the Bigfoot's staying away from the lumbering noises that's going on down by the main roads.